and not a situation where you create an apartheid state and make some people, you evict them from their land, you evict them from their homes, and then you charge them when they try to fight back, to resist, to hold on to what is theirs. And it's a totally unconscionable situation. Israel is carrying out war crimes. The United States is totally complicit. The international community used to admit that Zionism is racism, and the United States used all its power to overturn that and to make a situation where now criticizing the really bloodthirsty country of Israel becomes branded as anti-Semitic. And as a Jew, I totally reject that thinking.
Well, it's just a massacre that's happening right now in Gaza, and what's happening in the West Bank, around Jerusalem is just horrific in the sense that there's no respect at all to Christianity or Islam or even the Jewish faith. When they go and they destroy religious places like Al-Aqsa and interfere with the religious worship during Ramadan. These are war crimes that are being committed. Whether it's bombing a press building in Gaza and bombing children and women, killing them by purpose, or I just find it shameful what Biden is saying. If anybody knows, it should be Irish Americans, what a siege is, which is what's happening right now to Gaza, and they should know what bloody occupation is. Having, my family has fought the British occupation, and they're still fighting it. And this is what's happening right now. And Biden should understand that if he's truly Irish American. If you don't believe in Palestinian rights, then you don't believe in justice.
We love Turkey. Us, Palestinian and Turkey are one. And we're always proud of Mr. Erdogan, and we love him to death. I would give my soul to Erdogan. Erdogan is my hero, and the Turkish people is my love. I go to Turkey, I go to Istanbul, I visit. I love it. I feel like I'm home.
Well, I'm outraged, first of all, that the United States is not taking stronger action. This is an emergency. Many people will call this a war, but when you're talking about an unarmed, occupied body, such as the Palestinians, they're not able to resist. In Gaza, where they're being bombed, as of last night and continuing into today, they have nowhere to take shelter. It's basically a complete prison. Support Israel in this. We can't fund their military when, as I've been saying, they're defenseless. The Palestinians are completely defenseless. We need to take action to recognize their human rights and to intervene for the Palestinian.
I think today that the youth, all the communities, Black, Latino, white, everyone's with the Palestinians today. I think something's fundamentally changed. And regarding the attacks in Gaza, it is really savage what the Israelis are doing to the Palestinian people. It is a product of settler colonialism. It is a product of imperialism. Israel is an illegitimate regime. Cut all funding in terms of military, economic support for it, and immediately pay billions of dollars in reparations to the Palestinian people who...
A message for Biden. I don't expect him to help if they want to help. They support Israel with $3.8 billion in military aid per year. How can I expect such a help from such an administration? I'm not here for him to hear me. I'm here for the international governments to hear me, to hear all the people, to look for Palestine and save the...
What we see happening to the Palestinian nation is what has happened and is happening to Black people in the United States. We face different forms of ethnic cleansing, crime for the United States to subsidize Israel's occupation of Palestine. It's been over $146 billion that the United States, that our taxpayer dollars have gone towards the support of Israel, which is an apartheid state, since 1948. So we are opposed to U.S. support for Israel. We think that President Biden needs to take a firm position against what is going on now in Gaza, that the Israeli state should be brought before the International Criminal Court.